Picture this. You're the one everyone turns to. You're the capable one, the responsible one, the one who quietly gets things done every single time. On paper, you're winning. You're trusted, you're praised, you're even promoted. But quietly within, something feels off. And you feel drained, your days feel heavy. Your energy does not equate to what's on your to do list because everything is a drag. If you've ever caught yourself thinking, why am I successful, but I feel disengaged? You're not alone, and know this, it's not motivation. This is what we call the competence trap. Today, we're going to name it, we're going to try and understand it, and look at a few shifts that we can make that can help reduce that drain and get us through the day. Your competence can work against you. You're the competent one, the reliable one, the one that gets things done. So, what happens? People, your seniors, your team members tend to give you more work. And it's not necessarily work that energizes you, but because you're competent, it lands on your lap. And that's where your competence starts working against you. So when you're identified as competent, it's not because you asked for more work, but it keeps coming to you because people know you'll get it done. You become the default person, the person who will fix things, who will be able to turn things around at the last moment. You're the person that delivers no matter what. And people will gravitate towards that. And yes, they will even take advantage of that. So over time, your workday fills up with what you're competent at and not necessarily what energizes you. So here the key takeaway is competence attracts more competence work and not necessarily the work that energizes you, that fulfills you, that makes you feel as if you providing value and have a sense of purpose. And remember, when that purpose diminishes, then you question your worth as well. For high performers, everything lands up being urgent and important. Step back, think about it. Why do you think that happens? You're trusted. People know that you will get things done. You're fast. And people know even if they give it to you at the 11th hour, you'll turn it around and you'll get it done. You're dependable. People know that you will absorb that risk. You will take it on as if it was your own. So the more reliable you are, the more the system leans on you. Doesn't it feel that we shouldn't be competent, right? Because the more competent we are, the more work we have. And it's really not about having too much of work. It's about how that work makes you feel. You feel drained at the end. You're absorbing other people's timelines, deadlines, stress. So that doesn't work for you. How it takes shape and form is you're firefighting always. Instead of having downtime, thinking time, creative time, you're fixing things instead of shaping, being proactively shaping. You're always on the back foot trying to fix things instead of working ahead of time, somebody else's delay, somebody else's problem. Often your seniors become your issue, and you have to find ways to troubleshoot, to fix those issues, to turn it around at the last moment. And that places pressure on you. I know when I get things at the last moment, as I'm working through that deliverable, I can feel it and I know my heart is pounding. My head is also pounding. Also, there's an unsettling feeling in my stomach. That's stress. So you must be cognizant of how does that stress show up for you. Also, you're reacting more than you're deciding. There's things that's always thrown at you. So it's react mode as opposed to proactive mode. Then it also shows up by you being busy all the time as opposed to you being effective. So you're doing work, your days are busy, but you're not effective. So we need to distinguish between the energy drain and time drain. You're putting time in, but it is sapping your energy. When you're bombarded with urgent and important work, it drains you. So it's not a mindset issue, it's actually an energy issue. So here are a couple of shifts that you can make to see how you can change things, how you can feel more energized in the day. Separate work you get from others, the urgent and important work that lands on your desk that you need to sort out, with energizing work. Work that you absorb doesn't mean it's energizing, but you still have to do it. So you do that, but make space for work that also energizes you. Is it creating something, thinking through a problem, helping a colleague, or being a mentor to somebody? What is the work that actually energizes you? Identify that and make space for that as well in your workday, instead of just absorbing what's urgent and what's important. Not all valuable work is energizing, and not all energizing work is recognized. For the next minute, scan the last 3 days. What are those tasks and activities that made you feel as if you're expanding? And those tasks and activities that made you feel as if you're contracting. We're just identifying it, noticing it. We're not yet fixing it. Notice the ones that leave your shoulders heavy at 8 p.m., even though everything seemed fine, or the ones that make you feel sharper, not flatter. You feel on top of the world, you feel more energized when you do that piece of work. Notice that. What makes you feel drained and what feeds you with energy. And that will give you an idea as to the tasks that drain you versus the tasks that pick you up, that energize you. Protect one energy giving task daily. So, here I'm not talking about changing your career. And in this macroeconomic environment, it's not easy to just change jobs. Also, you don't know if it'll be any better in the new environment you're at. So, changing jobs is not the answer. We're talking about identifying one task that you can protect in the day that will energize you. One task won't change your workload, but it will change how you feel in the day. So, protecting that one task that energizes you is so important. Identify what that task is. Just because a task or an activity is urgent and important for somebody else, it doesn't mean it needs your best energy first. So, you need to ask yourself, is this task or activity calling on my capability, or is it consuming my energy? And that question by itself will dictate how you approach that task or activity and what energy you expend on it. The trap tightens when seniors pass activities and tasks over to you. and those are urgent and important to them. So you need to absorb it. What do you do in that situation? You need to make trade offs visible in that moment. If I do X, then I need to deprioritize Y. You need to have that open communication. If you continue absorbing it, then you'll definitely end up being stressed, anxious, burnt out, and disengaged in your work. Also, we spoke about proactive planning. At the beginning of the week, identify what are the expectations from your team members, from your seniors, so you can make space for that. A little bit of planning goes a long way, and communicating one on one with your seniors, with your team members upfront will help you protect your calendar. Then you need to reposition yourself as opposed to just the fixer that does things on the fly. You need to reposition yourself as the thoughtful partner who protects outcomes. Falling in love with your job doesn't mean that your job may be wrong. It just means that your competence has been overused, perhaps even abused, and your energy has not been protected. When you start noticing the work that quietly gives back to you, as opposed to the work that steadily takes from you, then you can start rebalancing. It's not about doing less, but it's about doing the right things intentionally. So, with that small shift, that's how work starts feeling more meaningful again, and how you protect the career that you spent so much time and effort to build. And why is that important? Because you matter.